Listen twice without subtitles. Then listen once with text. After that, retell the story out loud or in writing. Don't forget the vocabulary below. Ready?
Emma arrived at the airport early on a bright morning. She carried a small blue suitcase and a soft backpack. Her ticket was for Flight 482 to River City. She felt excited because she was going to see her best friend. She also felt a little nervous because the airport was huge. People walked in many directions, and voices echoed from every wall. Screens flashed with times, gates, and city names. Emma took a deep breath and smiled. She told herself, "I can do this." She found a cart, placed her suitcase on it, and started toward the check-in area. At the counter, the agent greeted her with a cheerful voice. Emma showed her passport and her phone with the mobile boarding pass. The agent weighed the suitcase, added a tag, and sent it away on the belt. She asked Emma to confirm her seat and her final destination. Emma nodded and said, "River City, please." The agent tapped the keys, printed a paper boarding pass, and circled the gate number. She said, "Your gate is B12, and boarding starts at 10:20. Have a good trip." Emma thanked her and put the paper in her pocket, feeling ready now. She followed the signs for the B gates. The hall was long and bright, with big windows and rows of plants. A coffee shop smelled like roasted beans and warm bread. Emma wanted a tea, but she decided to find the gate first. She saw a sign that said Gates B1 to B20 and turned left. After a few minutes, she reached Gate B21 by mistake. She thought, "That is close enough," and sat down anyway. She did not notice the arrow that pointed to another hallway. She pulled out her phone, took a photo of the planes, and relaxed. A family nearby laughed and shared a box of donuts. A little boy waved his sticky fingers at Emma, and she waved back. She opened her book and read a few pages. The time moved slowly and softly. An announcement said, "Now boarding for Lake Town at Gate B21. Emma looked up, but she did not take care. Lake Town was not her city, so she looked back at her book. She thought her gate was close, and she would hear it clearly. She trusted her memory more than the screen. Her phone buzzed with a message from her friend. Anna wrote, "I cannot wait to hug you. Do you like window seats?" Emma smiled and typed a reply. She wrote, "Yes, I got a window seat. My gate is B12. I am early." Then she stood up to buy that tea. She walked to the coffee shop and ordered a hot green tea with honey. The barista handed it to her with a warm smile. Emma thanked the barista and added a lid. She took a small sip and felt calm. She checked the time again and saw that boarding was soon. She did not feel any worry. Then, she returned to her seat and watched the runway through the glass. Planes rolled like slow birds across the ground. A gentle rain began and tiny drops made lines on the window. Another announcement spoke about a delay to North Harbor. People sighed and a man closed his laptop. Emma checked her boarding pass again. It still said B12, and she felt fine. She looked at the big screen near the ceiling for a second, but her eyes moved fast. She did not see the small note about a gate change. She took another sip and opened her book again. Minutes passed. Emma heard an announcement. It said, "Final call for Flight 482 to River City at Gate C4. She froze. Her heart jumped. Gate C4? That was not B12. She stood up quickly and stared at the screen. She read the line slowly this time. It showed her flight number, the city, and the new gate. The word "changed" was in orange letters. Emma closed her book, grabbed her tea and her backpack, and looked around. Where was C4? She turned in a circle and spotted a sign to the C gates down a long hallway to the right. Emma hurried toward the hallway, but she stopped when she saw a service desk. An agent stood there in a tidy navy jacket. Emma walked up and said, "Excuse me, my flight is to River City. The screen says Gate C4, but I am at B21. Can you help me?" The agent smiled kindly and checked the computer. She said, "Yes, Gate C4 is correct. Boarding is almost finished. You still have a little time. Go straight, take the moving walkway, and follow the signs to C. It is about 7 minutes if you walk fast. You can make it." "Thank you." Emma said, feeling a mix of fear and hope. The agent pointed again and added, "There is also a shortcut by the bookstore. You can turn there to reach C more quickly." Emma nodded and started to run, then slowed to a quick walk so she would not spill her tea. Her shoes tapped the floor, her backpack bounced on her shoulders. She kept saying to herself, "I can do this. I can do this." She passed the bookstore, turned right, and found the moving walkway. It carried her forward like a river carries a small boat. Swiftly. At the end of the walkway, she stepped off and followed the C signs. The hallway opened into a new area with tall ceilings and bright lights. She heard, "Last call for Flight 482 to River City at Gate C4. Emma moved faster. She turned another corner and finally saw the gate. A line of people was still there, and a gate agent was checking passes. Emma waved and called, "Wait for me, please." The agent looked up and smiled. She said, "Are you Emma Reyes? We were about to page you. Please have your pass ready and come forward." Emma reached the front of the line, slightly out of breath. She handed over her pass and her passport. The agent scanned them and nodded. She said, "You made it just in time. Please go down the jet bridge." Emma thanked her again and hurried along the gray tunnel. Warm air blew from the airplane door. A flight attendant greeted her and showed her to her seat. Emma slipped into 14A, the window seat, and put her backpack under the seat. She buckled her seatbelt and finally let herself rest. Her hands were shaking, but she was smiling now. She took out her phone and sent a quick text to Anna. "I am on the plane," she wrote. "I almost went to the wrong gate, but I read the screen, asked an agent, and made it. See you soon." Anna replied with a happy face and a heart. Emma put the phone on airplane mode. Outside, the rain stopped, and a pale sun touched the wet runway. The plane began to move, slow and smooth. Emma held her warm cup of tea and breathed deeply. She felt proud and calm. She laughed softly and whispered, "I can do this.